welcome back to another episode of Channel Control. As you can see, Matt and BC are not here. They are in California right now at the E3 convention. They're out there hanging out with all the game developers, playing all the new games coming out, going to the conferences, and I hate their guts. You've only got me today, so let's just go right into the stuff that we're going to do. Starting out, Class, the Doctor Who spin-off show. The writer Patrick Ness has come out and said that he no longer wants to write the show. Even if they get picked up for a second season, he is done. I really didn't watch the show. I know Matt watched it. He said it was a good show, but according to its first season, it really didn't do that well as far as the ratings go. And of course, with Patrick Ness, the show creator and writer, saying, "I don't want to do it anymore," it's only a matter of time until they say it's canceled. I really can't see this thing lasting any longer. You're really not hearing anything about it. So I guess we can say Class is dismissed. Erin Hayes has been let go from her job as Kevin James's wife in the TV show Kevin Can Wait. CBS comedy where Kevin James stars as a retired police officer getting used to the retired life and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the season, they had Leah Remini on the show, who was Kevin James's wife in the other CBS TV series, King of Queens. They've been friends for years after the show was off, and all of a sudden now, Erin Hayes is off the show, and Leah Remini is now a regular on that show for the second season. You a homewrecker, Leah. Still fine, though, but you a homewrecker. She really didn't expect this to happen. It pretty much came out of nowhere, where she was just let go. This other one was brought in, and Leah Remini hit Twitter to say how thankful she is. And, you know, she's blessed and so on to be working with Kevin again, whereas a bunch of other celebrities, such as David Arquette, Megan Mullally, were all speaking up in defense of Erin as far as, this some crap will happen to you. You'll be fine. You'll land on your feet again. I mean, Erin Hayes is a decent actress, so she shouldn't be out of work for long. I'm guessing maybe someone may feel sympathy for her and put her on a show. All I can say is, good luck, Erin. Kevin, you suck. Fear the Walking Dead is back. And I'm kind of so just, with this show. There are times I like it, and then they put in so many episodes that are just, However, season premiere, they killed off one of the main characters, Travis. He took a bullet in the neck, and I guess it did a whole lot of damage because I think when he fell out of the helicopter, like his guts were spilling out or something. It was really bad. So they killed off a character. The show is in the number 3 spot as far as ratings for cable shows, so it's not too bad. It's going to stay on TV if it stays in that spot. I need some more meat to this show. I understand it's the beginning of the whole zombie apocalypse, but I need more pockets of these militant type people, like the ones they met in the premiere episode, where it's just a group of guys, military or whatever, who just, the world's going to shit. We're just gonna band together, be a gang, and we'll do whatever the hell we want to do. It's kind of like a pre-Negan, I guess you could say, community or something like that. One thing I would like to see, actually mentioning that, was, can we see the character Negan in Fear the Walking Dead, like pretty much how he starts out? If we could see a Negan character in Fear the Walking Dead, how he gets to the way that he is, that would be awesome. I would love to watch that. That may actually keep me interested for quite some time. So, hey guys, check on that and, get back to me. Give my 10% royalties. Freeform has brought the pilot series for Misfits. Don't know the Misfits, it's a British sci-fi dark comedy show about 5 juvenile offenders, juvenile delinquents, who are assigned to community service at this community center. And on their first day of work, there's a freak lightning storm and they all gain powers. Now, the powers they gain are all kind of tied to their personality or the kind of person that they are. You had the characters Curtis, who had the power of time travel. And time travel, well, time manipulation, as far as whenever he felt deep regret, he would go back in time to try and fix whatever he screwed up or someone else screwed up. Is basically because he got caught with cocaine and was arrested, thrown into this program and all that. And he always had this, this feeling like, man, I wish I could go back and change this so I wouldn't get caught with this cocaine. I wouldn't be in this predicament. But that's the power he gets. And you have Kelly, whose power is telepathy or mind reading. She has telepathy because she wants to know what people really think of her. She was always, violent and so on that way because she always thought people thought less of her because of where she was from and her background and upbringing and so on. So that's where her power comes from. Then we have Alicia, a girl who wanted to be the it girl, the popular girl, have all the friends. She wanted to meet all the boys and so on. And her power is whenever you touch her skin, you go into a sexual frenzy over her. Basically, you touch her, you want to screw her. And I guess that power works for her. Not the greatest one in the world as far as I'm concerned. Next, we have Nathan, who was the joker of the group, the smartass. He took nothing serious. He ended up in community service because of trying to steal something at a bowling alley, gets in a fight with the manager, and puts a couple staples in the guy's hand. Nathan didn't know what his power was for quite some time on the TV series until he died, and he came back. And then everyone realized, hey, Nathan's immortal. And the last character you had that was played by Ewan Rion, I hope I said that right, is the character Simon Bellamy, who was kind of the leader of the group, the one who wanted to be an actual superhero. Simon, it took a while for his powers to manifest also, but because people really didn't notice him, and he always felt left out of groups and so on, like again, people didn't notice him, he had the power of invisibility. Pretty cool power to have. So now we fast forward, about 6 years after this ended, after the British TV show ended, and now we're going to have an American version on Freeform. 4 of the characters have already been cast. The only character that has not been cast yet is the character Simon. We've got our Alicia, Curtis, Kelly, and Nathan. I really don't know how I feel about this series. I'm going to watch it because I really like the Misfits. And if you want to watch the Misfits, you can right now on Hulu. Head over there. They have all 5 seasons. It's about 8 episodes a season, so you can get through it pretty quickly. The only thing I'm hoping to do is we see a lot more use of the powers. The British version was okay, but they really didn't. The powers really wasn't the focal point of that whole series. But I'd like to see them use their powers a bit more. I'd also like to have them have more useful powers. We could say, all of them did. Alicia's power, the whole touch me now you want to have sex with me thing, I really didn't like that. It was basically a useless power to me, unless, you wanted to be a hooker or any guy. So, yeah, the Misfits, the American version will be on Freeform. There's no date for that, so we don't know when it's coming. All we know is it's going to be on Freeform, who also have other hero shows in Cloak and Dagger and The New Warriors. So, we'll see what happens when it happens. And that is it for our news. We're going to move right along to our channel surfing segment, where we talk about the shows we like this week. And BC, who is not here, actually gives a recording. So let's take a look at that.
What's up, Channel Control? Sorry I couldn't be there. I am in LA for E3, but I had to talk a little bit of Gotham with you guys because it was absolutely awesome this weekend, or this past week. It was the season finale. It was so much fun. If you have not seen it, then you're going to want to skip forward about a minute or so because I don't want to spoil anything, but basically spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we find out we kill Butch. But we end up finding out that Butch, one of my favorite characters on the show, is actually named Cyrus Gold. For those of you who know the Batman lore, that is Solomon Grundy. So it looks like we're getting Solomon Grundy as our villain for season 4, and it really made me happy because I was really disappointed when I thought they killed him off halfway through the episode. I was like, did you just kill one of the best characters on the show? But no, it's not. We're bringing him back. It's gonna be awesome. Sticking with that, you had the Tabitha Butch versus Barb storyline, which was a lot of fun and really cool to see. And we had Barb, who was one that kills Butch, and then we have Tabitha electrified Barb. So that's awesome. Is Barb going to come back? We don't know. That didn't look like a death to the character, not coming back kind of thing. But at the very end, we get to see Tabitha taking on Selena Kyle as kind of a mentor, which is really cool because we get to see Selena Kyle kind of starting to take her role as Catwoman, and that's really effing awesome. As far as the Bruce Wayne storyline, I was not a big fan of it. I didn't like the brainwashed Bruce Wayne, and now he's ending up as kind of Batman. He's got the hood on, and he's got a black jacket on, and he's beating up criminals half his size, and it makes no sense to me. I want him to go away. He needs to go to the League of Assassins. I like the actor now. He's grown on me, but once again, we're back to the part that I don't like about him. As far as Ra's al Ghul, he wasn't Liam Neeson. So that kind of sucked. But back to things I really liked about it was Bullock and Gordon. We get to see a lot more of their characteristics, getting them to really come together and realize what a great team they are. And going forward, I hope season 4 is really going to have a lot more of that buddy cop dynamic, because that's what I love so much about that show. And finally, the Penguin has finally taken control of the underworld. He has beaten the Riddler. He's got Enigma frozen as his centerpiece in the iceberg lounge. It's absolutely incredible. Where we go from here, we have Freeze, we have Firefly, we have Penguin, we have Poison Ivy, we have Tabitha and Cat making up the beginning of the Gotham Sirens. Man, I don't know. They got me on. They lost me at the beginning of Season 3, but the end of Season 3 really brought me back. That seems to be Gotham's MO, is off and on, off and on. But anyway, what'd you guys think? You hit the Twitter Channel Control and let us know your thoughts on the Gotham season finale, and I will see y'all next time.
We're going to go right on to my show, which is Orange is the New Black. I really like this show. I think the third season was one where I was kind of on the fence about the show. I just found that it was too much focus on Piper. And once they shifted focus away from her and started telling you more about the other people and giving everyone an equal amount of time on screen as far as the women in this prison, it got so much better. So, Orange New Black, I'm halfway through the series right now. Had a bunch of things doing this weekend, so I didn't just binge watch in like one day. That's usually Marvel stuff. I'll go through that in a day or two. But yeah, Orange and New Black, I know a lot of people out there watch it. A lot of people love the show. I do. And there's so much stuff going on with Tasty, Red, all these other women in there. It's just awesome, and I love it so much. And please, do not kill anybody else in this season. I haven't finished it yet, like I said, but please don't kill anybody else. Poussey was hard enough to get over. Phrasing. And yeah, don't kill nobody this season. Calm down. Chill. Jesus. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the DVDs for the week. And first up, we have Doctor Who Season 10, Part 1. Now, I hate when studios do this. Just give me the whole season. Don't give me the first half and then make me pay for another half later on. I don't like it. It's horrible. And, well, it's Doctor Who, so people are going to buy it. Me, once David Tennant was gone. I watched the other season with Matt Smith, and once that season was done, I was done. Matt Smith just made me hate the whole series, and I haven't watched it since. So, yeah, part 1 of season 10 for Doctor Who, and part 2 will come at who knows when. HBO's The Young Pope, Jude Law as the first American Pope in the Vatican. I haven't watched the HBO series. If you are watching it, if you have HBO, you've got HBO Go, you're able to watch it whenever you want, because HBO keeps all their series on demand forever. So if you really want the DVD, go for it. Van Helsing Season 1, woman who wakes up out of a coma in some type of post-apocalyptic world where there are these kind of vampire zombies or mindless vampires, whatever it is. It's just the roving bands of crazed vampires. She has the power that she's immune to their bite, and actually her blood can cure them. So there's that. I thought it was a whole other Van Helsing thing with vampires, but no, this is a sci-fi show, and that's how they're doing it. I watched it one weekend. I just had nothing else to watch, so I put it on. It's a decent series, and the DVD's coming out for it. Aquarius, about Charles Manson, the Manson family. The first season, second season, I believe, was about the Tate murders and Helter Skelter. If you're into that kind of stuff, go for it. You like David Duchovny? This is a series for you. Bones, season 12. If you've got the rest, go ahead and get it. Dark Matter, season 2. Okay series. I only watched the first half of the first season. I haven't watched the second season yet. Dark Matter, if you really want to watch it, go look at it on Netflix. The first 2 seasons are there. Give it a look. If you want the DVD, you know the drill. Grimm season 6. I watched the first 2 episodes. I didn't like it at all. I just couldn't get into it. And I know a lot of people who say it was great. They loved watching it. They were sad it was being taken off the air. So there's your DVD for you. Power season 3. Power I have not watched. I know a lot of people have said that this is a good series. But when it comes to stars, there are very few things I watch there. American Gods and Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Anything outside of that, I go to Stars every once in a while just to watch a movie when there's nothing else on. Shooter, a show that's executive produced by Mark Wahlberg and is based on the movie that Wahlberg was in, Shooter. This one stars Ryan Phillippe in the lead role, and it's a USA title. If you want to check it out, hey. South Park, the complete 20th season. 20 goddamn years. 20 years of South... No, it can't be. It's impossible. It can't... No. All these shows, The Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy. The Simpsons I stopped watching years ago. Family Guy, I believe once they got to the double digits is about when I kind of tuned out on watching it. I'll watch it on Hulu, but as far as watching on TV, no. Same thing with South Park. I think I haven't watched anything this season. Last thing I remember seeing on South Park was a season where Randy was supposed to be Lord, and all that I watched on Hulu. So if you want to watch this stuff, if you really love it and you gotta have it, it's there. Otherwise, I watch everything on Hulu. And when it leaves Hulu, oh well, I guess I can't watch anymore. And our last show, or our last DVD, is Vampire Diaries. I watched the first season when it was in the 3rd or something like that. I'm not into it. Not at all. Plus the whole Twilight hype. I think this came before Twilight, but the whole Twilight, the book series, becoming a movie was the big thing then, and I was so out of that then that when I heard about this TV series, I was like, no, I'm not watching it. However, I did try. I didn't like it. So if you want it, go for it. I mean, my girlfriend said that the show was not that great as far as season 7 goes. It was really going downhill in season 7, and hearing that it was ending in season 8, she pretty much said, yeah, it's time for it to end. And she said it was an okay ending. I'll take her word for it because she's the one that likes the stuff. And there you go. And since we're done with DVDs, we're also done with today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Rob. You can find me at Entropy1 on Twitter. You can find BC at Real Jackass BC. Is that right? Yeah. Real Jackass BC. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, wherever. If there's a social media, you'll find him at that name there. And Matt at Move the Joystick. Check us out on SNS Live every Thursday Central at 8 o'clock. Once you're done there, you can go over to Cinelinx, cinelinx.com for all your news, reviews, and more. Check out cinelinx.com. And while you're there, you can also look into the Cinelinx game, which is available on the Apple Store and the Android Store. If you like movies, you're going to like the Cinelinx card game. And again, thanks for watching. Good night.